All right, we're just gonna keep on going here. These are more modern albums. Not modern as in the last few years, but modern as in we're gonna get out of the '60s and '70s, and these are more mid to late '80s, '90s, and 2000s, and now. So nothing really brand new in here, just because I'm gonna save those for new videos, because that's kind of the point of this channel. Like I said, I know I keep saying it. This is just going through some of the older stuff that I have. All right, starting off here, one of my favorite bands ever. So influential and so great. And this is one of their best albums, I think. I only have two of their albums on vinyl, but I love these guys so much. And this is Buzzard Hal Under the Influence of Heat, which by the Minutemen, of course. And such a good album. I love every song on every Minutemen album, pretty much. I mean, they're incredible. D Boon, such a great songwriter and guitar player, and Mike Watt, one of the best bass players of all time, if you ask me. Um, so influential and really, really awesome. And I actually got a chance to meet him and see him. His band, The Missing Men, came through Dallas. Well, I guess it's been almost a year now, or at least 8 months or so, and got to see them play. They played some Minutemen tunes, and really nice guy, and such a badass on bass. But yeah, this is a classic album. I don't have to tell any of you that, I'm sure, if you're Minutemen fans. All right, up next is Double Nickels on the Dime. Probably their finest album, if you ask me. It's a double LP, which is amazing. It's only on two LPs because it's such a long album. I think, well, it's not that long. But it's because a lot of the songs are short, but it's lengthy. There's like I think there's like 48 tracks or something like that. But it's a classic. Really, 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 really good album. It's another one that you just sit there and listen to, and it just kind of takes you on a journey. The thing I like about the Minutemen albums and the way they're packaged, other than the fact that they're nice and bulky, like you feel like you're holding something. I love albums like this where it's like it's a big package. And they also had really good pictures. But the other thing I loved about their albums was all the hand drawn stuff. They had really cool hand drawn pictures, little cartoons. Of course, naked lady there, and really cool stuff like that. And then of course on Buzz too, hand drawn pictures here and handwritten notes and lyrics and track credits and stuff like that. Really fun packaging to look at, and really great albums too. So if you haven't heard the Minutemen, then I'm personally recommending them to you right now, which I'm sure a lot of you have. So no recommendation needed. All right, here's another one of my favorite bands, and these are Matador reissues. Over the last couple of years, they've come out with these, and that's Pavement, and this is Slanted Enchanted, their debut album. And the Matador reissues are actually really nice. They sound great, and the packaging is great. I'm sure it's they do a lot to preserve how the originals looked. I think I've never owned any original copies of these albums, but I'd be willing to bet that that's what they're like, because companies like that are really into preserving what the originals were like. So yeah, this is a great album, their debut, and they're most critically acclaimed from what I hear. But this is their second album, and it's actually my second favorite. It's Crooked Rain and Crooked Rain. It's great. It's their most accessible. If you were going to start with this band and never have heard of them, this is a great place to start, definitely. Now I have Wowie Zowie. It's Not With Me, and that's actually my favorite Pavement album. So good all the way through. It's a little more different. It's a little more experimental. This is just more straight ahead. It's pop oriented, good hooks, but at the same time it's still a little out there, and it's great. If you've never heard it, it's awesome. And they were famous for being pretty improvisational in their music, and kind of the same way live, because there's nothing exciting about playing songs exactly the way they sound on the album live, because you want to see a show when you go to a concert. So they were really famous for doing that, which is awesome. So all right, moving on here. These are really cool. These are Flaming Lips reissues of their first 3 albums, which is cool. Well, not their first 3. I'm sorry, from their second, third, and fourth, because their first one is Here It Is, and I don't think they have reissued that since it came out. But really cool packaging, weird pictures, and these aren't the original covers. The original cover of Oh My God here is this right here, which I've yet to find. I'd like to find them. I just can't really find them anywhere. And if I have, they've been crazy expensive. And I'm not rich, so. But these reissues are awesome. They come in really cool sleeves that they talk about what was going on with the band during that era. And this one here is on clear vinyl, red label. Really cool. They sound really good too, so that's what matters. But great album. Really noisy. It's awesome. And this is Telepathic Surgery, their third. Really cool pictures on this one. I love this one. And I think that's the original album cover right there with the guy with the hubcap. Kind of looks like an eyeball a little bit. And they had a lot of eyeball themed stuff, heavily inspired by Daniel Johnston. There's Wayne Coyne looking all young, and Michael, and I think that's Wayne's brother there, and a dead guy. But really cool packaging, like I said, in these reissues. And there's a picture of them playing live with the stage on fire, it looks like. And the really cool inserts, yellow, and these are on blue vinyl. Blue vinyl looks awesome. It's all blue. So yeah, that's another great album. Up next is In a Priest-Driven Ambulance was probably my favorite of that era of the Flaming Lips. Later to come out was Hit to Death and The Future Head, and then Transmission of Satellite Heart, which is probably actually my favorite old Flaming Lips album, and then Clouds Taste Metallic, which is another classic, really good shit. And same thing, just pictures, and they're all reissues, so they changed it up a little bit. And these are on pink inserts with more of the story and stuff like that, recording processes, and these are on pink vinyl. Pretty pink vinyl. So those are really cool. I found those at Good Records. Shout out to that place in Dallas, Texas. If you're ever in town, go check out Good Records. They have some good stuff. Pretty good prices, and they have a ton of shit, so check them out. All right, up next here is a local band. They're actually from Austin, but the two brothers in the band, you can't really see him. It's kind of hard to see but he's hiding back there. It's really dark. But these two guys here are brothers, and they're actually from Dallas originally, and they went to the same high school I did, so that's cool. But this is the Strange Boys and their album And Girls Club, which is their first album, and it's great. I love this. It's kind of psychedelic garage rock, but really influenced by blues and country too. Just roots sounding stuff, but young guys, and they're playing it really well. So I have a lot of respect for these guys. And this album's on In the Red Records, which if you haven't heard of that label, they release some awesome shit like King Khan and the Shrines, and King Khan the Barbecue Show, and the OCs, some of the Black Lips old stuff. The Black Lips first album I think was on Bomp, which BJM, Brian Jonestown Massacre, was on for a long time. Anyway, I'm getting off track, but yeah, In the Red Records, they have a lot of cool releases. But anyway, yeah, this is a great album if you haven't heard this. Strange Boys and Girl Club. They have a really funny song on here called Shoulda Shot Paul, which of course is talking about like Paul McCartney should have been the one to get shot rather than John Lennon, which I guess is kind of controversial, but I guess I could agree maybe, because I mean I can only imagine what John Lennon would be doing now in his career. Probably something way more important than what Paul McCartney is doing. And I'm sorry, I love Paul McCartney's stuff with the Beatles, but I'm not a huge fan of his solo thing, and not a huge fan of Wings either. So anyway, funny way to end that video, but I'll go ahead and cut that one off for now and continue with the rest of the stuff in the next video. Thank you for being patient and watching these. I appreciate it.